Hey y'all, Willie here. Good to see you. And we're playing some songs here tonight, I guess, about snow and that sort of thing. So, I'm looking forward to that, and I might try to squeeze a couple in here with I get Rob to jump in here in a second here and help me on this one. I think he'll grab that Dave Duke mandolin, bring it in. That'd be fun to have him play. And we got a song here. It's got snow right in the title. So I don't know if you can guess it or not. We're doing a little bit of that Name That Tune, aren't we? I guess tonight, Rob.
Yes, we are. Yes,
Okay,
we are.
let's do a little Name That Tune. See if you can name the tune. And this is actually one. I don't know if Ron Desalay's out there tonight or not, but if he is, I think he requested this song a while back. I think it's one he used to do with his band up there in Kapuskasing. And nothing in the crowd. Hope you like it. Let's kick it off there, Rob. Go away, you cold north wind, blowing my muffler round and round. Your white powder blows, covering up the icy ground. I'm slipping and sliding down this dead-end stream, like sheep who is lost from the fold. I've been on the land and I've been on the sea, and I ain't ever seen a night so cold. When suddenly a face at the window looks like someone I might have seen before. Thought it must have been my imagination when suddenly she opened up the door. And I never expected to see you again. Must have been 7 years ago. Now that you're here, why don't you come in? Don't stand outside in the snow. She sat me down in that old rocking chair, and she threw on another lump of coal. Said, what's a southern boy like you doing here, where the winter gets so long and cold? Well, my history's a short one to tell. I've been traveling all these 7 years. I followed the music and the money around, and that's what I'm doing here. She said I came up with my husband. He wanted to get away from Tennessee. He's up somewhere in the Rocky Mountain, but it just got too cold up there for me. And I never expected to see you again. Then again, you just never know. You better stay here till the weather clears. It's just cold to be out there in the snow. Let's take her home, Rob. That's a good one.
It sure is.
Okay, Willie, let's do it.
Okay.
Say that you're leaving, well, that comes as no surprise. Still, I kinda like this feeling of being left behind. this ain't nothing new to me. Well, it's just like going home. It's kinda like those sunsets that leave you feeling so stoned. Hey, I guess it hasn't hit me yet. I fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before this street light, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. I never thought this could happen, but somehow the feeling is gone. And you got sick of the pattern, and I got lost in this song. Hey, I guess it hasn't hit me yet. I fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before this street light, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. Some of the Vandal Willie. It hasn't hit me yet. I fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before this street light, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. And I'm in the middle of Lake Ontario. Same snow is falling on the deep silent water, the great dark wonder into the waves of my heart, into the waves of my heart, of my heart. It is winter. A hush settles over the snowy landscape, broken only by the sound of frozen trees exploding. If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from seeds he sowed, if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say you're going the wrong way. You've got to try a little kindness, yeah, show a little kindness, to shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded streets. Don't walk around the down and out, lend a helping hand instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. You've got to try a little kindness, yes, show a little kindness. Just shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded streets. You've got to try a little kindness, yes, show a little kindness. Just shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street. Live, it's Tuesday Live, our favorite songs of 2025. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. And whether it's your first time watching or whether it's your 267th time watching. And I did look it up this week. I went into the Tuesday Live archives, and just for the record, it's our 267th episode. Golly, that's something, Rob. Makes me tired just thinking about that many episodes. Well, you know, Willie, you could watch old Tuesday Live shows continuously for 24 hours a day for almost 2 weeks. Well, I think you'd have to be really bored to do that. Or maybe looking for a cure for insomnia. But anyways, Willie and I opened the show tonight a little differently than usual. I just open it by myself, but I invited Willie to join me with Glenn Campbell's Try a Little Kindness, which is a great song for these times, which seem to be so devoid of kindness. Well, outside of Tuesday Live, that is, this show's just chock full of kindness. Tonight we're performing some of our favorite songs that we played, or at least we think we played for the first time during 2025. Our memories ain't quite as sharp as they used to be, and, well, you know, the years just kind of bleed into each other. Well, that's right. With the fast-paced weekly schedule at Tuesday Live, we often learn and play awesome songs once on a show, and then promptly forget about them and never play them again. So we decided to take a look back at 2025 and pull out some of the musical gems we wanted to take another shot at. Say, Rob, before we get back to the music, any comments coming in from the audience? Well, funny you should ask, Willie, but we do have some comments coming in from the audience. We see some folks checking in here tonight. Great to see everybody out there. We've got Chris checking in from St. Mary's, cold and snowy place, St. Mary's at the best of times, but as she points out, they don't have as much snow as Toronto. I don't know if we have any Toronto viewers out there tonight, but for those of you maybe in other parts of the country that don't get the news, Toronto got dumped on this past weekend, a ton of snow. Haven't actually seen too many pictures, but I guess they got pretty snowed in there for Toronto, but they didn't have to call in the troops like they did back a few years ago when Mel Lastman was mayor. They had to call in the troops. They had so much snow, but they didn't have to do that. And I saw we also had friend Steve checking in from Guelph too. And Tuesday Live will keep you warm. Yes, gather around the, I was going to say the cathode ray tube, but I think it's more likely an LCD or an LED screen you're watching the show on. But thanks for checking in, Steve. And also heading way west out to Calgary, Bob out in Calgary. Thanks for watching tonight, Bob. Great to see Bob here. I have Bob on Facebook, and I have to get Bob. I have to get some of Bob's pictures on here sometimes too, because he takes some amazing shots out there in the West. Always fun as well. And anybody else? Oh, there we've got Danny Lemon. Whoops, hit a little speedy on the button there. Danny Lamontang checking in from the Bruce Peninsula, another snowy place as well, and a little closer to a little closer, not closer to us, but a little closer than Bob out in Alberta. We have Mary and John out in Carmen, Manitoba. Mary and John, thank you for checking in. So drop a note if you're out there and watching the show. I see we have a pretty good audience out there tonight. But let us know you're watching the show, and we're great to have you here. whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And you can always help promote the show a bit, especially if you're on Facebook. If you hit the little share button down at the bottom there and share it onto your timeline, maybe some of your friends who are maybe just watching some of that AI slop on Facebook or whatever can come over and watch some genuine humanly created slop, maybe you want to call it. I don't know. I think we have lots of fun here. We periodically we get some decent music on here, and we pull off in spite of our somewhat limited skills we have here. But we also have tonight, we've got Brian Stan McRae with some new nature photos, and we're doing something a little different with Stan's picks. If you haven't checked this out recently, we do a little bit of ID. So when we go through that, we have a little bit of you can do a little wildlife ID, and we learn a little bit about some of the animals and birds that Stan captures out in the wilds of Eastern Ontario. And we also have musical performances of looking back at some of their favorite 2025 performances by Rob Dylan, Robbie O'Spoon, Neil Oldham, and of course myself. And since I got Willie you want to do another one of your favorite songs from 2025? Well, Rob, I got a song I did back in 2025. It's actually one I wrote, and I was kind of inspired by what was going on down in America. And it's a song sent out to my friend Donnie. I want Donnie to answer this question for me. It's called "Who's Gonna Cut My Lawn?" Donnie will send someone who can cut my lawn. Now you ship my Mexican friend back south. I can't find anyone who'll stay, work for all that I can pay. Why'd you have to take poor Juan away? I remember back in Sunday school, something called the golden rule. Treat other folks the way you want them to treat you. Oh, lend a neighbor a helping hand, whether she's born here in Pakistan. But Don, please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Here's a man weighing. With my pal Juan, we all really got along. He was working hard to make a home for his family, the same way that my granddad did. He worked all day to keep his family fed. But why'd you have to ship poor Juan away? I remember back in Sunday school, something called the golden rule. Treat other folks the way you'd want them to treat you. Oh, lend a neighbor a helping hand, whether she's born here in Pakistan. But Don, please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Send someone who can cut my lawn. Now you ship my Mexican friend back south. I can't find anyone who'll stay, work for all that I can pay. Why'd you have to take poor Juan away? I remember back in Sunday school, something called the golden rule. Treat other folks the way you want them to treat you. Oh, lend a neighbor a helping hand, whether she's born here in Pakistan. But don't please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Don, please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. But Don, please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. That's called "Who's Gonna Cut My Lawn." My hat's falling off there. Anyways, that's a good tune, don't you think, Rob? Yeah, that is a good tune, Willie, and fun playing it too, and has a bit of a message to it as well. Really well done. I see Catherine checking in. Good to see you here tonight, Catherine. Thank you for dropping in and watching the show and supporting Tuesday Live. We appreciate all the folks out there take time out of their day to come join us. And Chris was pointing out when we were talking about the show, we do need an archivist, Chris. The position is open, by the way, if anyone out there is interested. We have there's a lot of content. I was looking at our YouTube channel the other day, and we have over 500 videos on our YouTube channel. Most of them, 267, was that what I said, are live streams that that are archived there. So if you want to go back and watch any of those. But we also post a bunch of other videos from the show. Try to post a few every week. I'm trying to get into that habit because not everybody on the internet wants to watch a 1 hour long show. I found that out after about 250 episodes. It sort of struck me as, there's billions of people out on the internet, and dozens of them watch my show. Sometimes a dozen if I'm lucky. But maybe we could do a little better job of that. But anyways, I think I've got my watch on here, but I think we still have a bit of time. Maybe we can do another song, Willie. Well, Rob, I got one here. I think I'd like to do it, actually. It's one that you did last year. I think you did a solo song by yourself, but I think it'd be kind of good with a little bit of bluegrass sound to it. So let's give it a shot. I'm sure the folks up here are going to guess this one. It's a classic Canadian tune. You make time stand still. You do it now and you always will. You take me as I am. You make me feel like a brand new man. Every time that I fall down, I never get stuck. You got the combination, gal, to get me right back up. And you are what I am. Loving you forever if I can. Let's hear a little Mando. Think about the times we had, we've never been blue. You got the combination, gal, to keep me straight and true. 'Cause you are what I am. I'm loving you forever if I can. You make time stand still. You do it now and you always will. You take me as I am. You make me feel like a brand new man. I know I'm lucky too. Without two or three to me and you. 'Cause you are what I am. Loving you forever if I can. That was great, Willie, and awesome. You are what I am. You are what I am. You are what I am. Yes, that's a Gordon Lightfoot, great Gordon Lightfoot tune. And that reminds me, we are doing at some point, pretty soon, I think we're going to do some shows that are going to be focused on a single artist. And I think Gordon Lightfoot's in that list, along with a few others. If you have any recommended artists you'd like to hear us cover, you probably know, most of you out there know kind of what our wheelhouse is for musicians and artists that we sort of drift towards. So if there's one you'd like to hear us do a host show of, let us know. I've got about 5 or 6 lined up already, but always looking for new recommendations. And anyways, we're going to move on tonight. I'm going to go put the Dave Duke mandolin back in its case and get my guitar tuned up. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to hand you over to Rob Dylan, who's going to share his favorite song from the 2025 calendar year. Take it away, Rob. Hey everybody, it's Rob Dylan here. Got a song, it's one of my favorites from last year. It's part of my Hard Rain's Gonna Fall project. Bit of a protest tune. Bit of a Canadian patriotic tune. And it's called, and Kathy King helped me come up with this title, it's called Before You Take Canada. I've tweaked it a little bit from the last time. I met another man who was wounded in hatred, his mind full of thoughts that were twisted and unsated. He ranted and raved without sense or concern for the history he trampled, old friends that he scorned. Oh, say, Mr. President, can't you see? We're not just your neighbors, we're the true north, strong and free. We love curling and hockey, it's how we play. No, you can't have Canada, just stay away, eh? He talks about borders like they're made of thin air. But we've got our customs, a Canadian flair. Where you're grilling hot dogs out in the yard. We're curling on ice, shouting sweep, hurry hard. Oh, say, Mr. President, can't you see? We're not just your neighbors, we're the true north, strong and free. We love curling and hockey, it's how we play. You can't have Canada, just stay away, eh? So gather your folks with a loud boisterous cheer while we sip on our Caesars and say sorry here. You shout freedom, we politely agree, but we'll never be part of your wild jubilee. Now winter may come with a chill in the air, but we've got our snowshoes and snowman to spare. You think you can claim us with one crazy tweet, but we're strong as the maples standing on our 2 feet. Say, Mr. President, can't you see? We're not just your neighbors, we're the true north, strong and free. We love curling and hockey, it's how we play. No, you can't have Canada, just stay away, eh? So here's to a future where kindness will reign, where we share a good laugh and avoid all the pain. We'll stand against madness with humor and grace, for Canadian spirit will always find its place. Say, Mr. President, can't you see? We're not just your neighbors, we're the true north, strong and free. We love curling and hockey, it's how we play. No, you can't have Canada, just stay away, eh? That was Rob Dylan with his song, his original song from the Hard Rain's Gonna Fall project called Before You Take Canada, which is a direct challenge, I think, to our American neighbors to lay off. And that he wrote that quite a while ago, and it seems to be not changing much. So let's hope it does. But anyways, we do love Americans. Yeah, we've often had Americans in our audience. And we have American relatives and American friends, and we like to keep it that way. So, and we love American music, and this is a song by an American duet. See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. A little light shining in the window, let me know everything's alright. I'm a little off tune there, am I? Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. I'll get there yet. house next door. So I walk on up to the doorstep, through the screen and across the floor. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. By George, I think he's got it. Sweet days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune. And I come home from a hard day's work, and you're waiting there, not a care in the world. See the smile waiting in the kitchen, food cooking and the plates for two. See the arms that reach out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Woo! Boy, that was weird. I kind of really liked that song, and I was playing it really good. And then when I went to start playing it, it kind of just couldn't find the vibe there. I think it's the cold. The cold must be having an impact on my vocal cords. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyways, that was Summer Breeze, as Chris pointed out, a 1972 song by the American soft rock duo Seals and Croft. Seals and Crofts? Yeah, Seals and Croft. Anyways, it's the awesome the title track, as Chris pointed out, of their fourth studio album in 1972. What were you doing in 1972? It was 1972. That was probably the year I started high school. And I'm sure lots of you are doing different things in 1972. Don't know if too many of our audience would not have been born by 1972, but maybe a few. And but a lot of you were probably doing things. But the 70s, what a decade that was. Anyways, we've got Stan's picks here, and we're doing something a little different with Stan's picks. At least I'm going to try to. I'm going to have Stan's picks, and we're going to show the picks like I usually do, with a little bit of music accompaniment with them, and we're going to and you can try to identify them if you can. The problem is, I noticed last week I tried to do kind of a real-time identification, and then actually went before the show. I thought, well, I wonder, I always know there's a bit of a lag between when I actually, I'm doing this right now and when you see it. And I went just before the start of the show, and we were doing the little countdown lead into the show. I went and took a look at the Facebook and YouTube feeds, actually on Facebook on YouTube, and I noticed on Facebook the feed. What I'm saying now is actually there's a full 1 minute lag. So if I were to say to you, what bird is this in Stan's picks, it may be a full minute will pass before you'll even hear me say that. So, and it's a little better on YouTube. I think it's about 20 seconds on YouTube, but that's still in conversation. 20 seconds is a big lag. If we were having a conversation right now, and I said, hey Chris, what's this bird here? And we sat there 20 seconds waiting for you to answer, that might feel a little awkward. So what I'm going to do is go through, we're going to go through the regular Stan picks, and we'll, and then once we've done that, we'll go back through them again, and we'll try to guess them. So if you want to, as you go through, you can pop them in the comments if you want, but don't feel obligated write them all down or commit to the comments, as we say. You can just write them down on a piece of paper. Just have it in your own head. Think, oh, geez, what animal is that? But I thought we've been doing the Stan's Picks for, almost 200, well, probably close to 260 of the 267 episodes. I can't remember exactly when Stan started, but it was very early in the epic first season of the show. And we always, we always looked at the birds, and, I can guess most of them. Most of us know a cardinal or a blue jay or a robin or maybe a turkey. But there's a lot of birds and things that pop up in Stan's Picks that sort of have you scratching your head. I say, I wonder what that is. And actually, I sort of test myself when Stan sends the pictures in. And this week I'm going to give myself, I've got all of them except for 2.5. One I had the wrong, I had the right type of bird, but the wrong exactly specific one. And 2 of them I didn't know at all. And I got Stan to help me identify them. So have a look at them. Let me know what you think they are, or just write it down, or just think in your head, and then we'll go back. I'll go take a quick run through them afterwards, because I did confer with Stan to make sure I had the right animals before I committed. So here's Stan's Picks. Awesome, Stan. Thanks so much for those pictures. I don't think Stan's with us tonight. I think Stan must be out and about in Eastern Ontario. Maybe it's a clear night. Maybe they've got some northern lights there or something. I don't know. But anyways, let's pop back. I think Chris Chris got most of them, I think, or a group of them anyways. While she's looking at that, we'll go back and we'll pop through them. I can sort of, I'll fast forward through them and we can look at them quickly. There's I think Chris got that one, the Eastern Bluebird. And then the little mammal peeking through the snow, that's a mink. I'm not sure if that's American mink, Canadian mink, or just a mink. That's Chris called it a Bohemian waxwing. I've also heard it called a cedar waxwing. I'm not sure if one is right or the wrong. Actually, if you knew the scientific name, that would probably be the most accurate name. Common names can be variable from place to place. The wild turkey, which, when we were kids, we never saw those around. Now they seem to be everywhere. And they're beautiful birds when you look at their feathers, just the color of them. Amazing. And then there's a red squirrel. Apparently the red squirrel is one of the most destructive animals in North America, just the damage it can do. And if you ever have had one in your house or in your attic, I think you'd probably agree with that. And then, of course, the snowy owl, and which is a lovely bird. I've never seen one of those in the wild, but they are around and about. You have to sort of, they're quite well distinguished or disguised, so you wouldn't see them very much in the winter. It's when they're around. Of course, the female cardinal. This was one that sort of caught me for a bit. I thought, well, there's that rabbit-like animal that changes its color, its fur color in the winter, and that's the snowshoe hare. which Stan got a lovely picture of. Beautiful little bunny. And then there's, of course, the chickadee. They seem to be everywhere. Amazing little birds that survive the cold, cold weather out there. And then the great shot here of you don't usually see them standing like that. The pileated woodpecker, you usually see them on the side of a tree. My friend Scott, he does some grooming at the Hydrocut, which are winter biking trails we have in this area. And he posted a little video today on Facebook of a big pile of wood chips they found at the bottom of a tree. That was obviously the impact of one of these birds. They can dig a pretty deep hole into a tree. And then there's a beautiful barred owl. Stan sees a lot of those down his way. And another lovely little winter bird, the junco. And then this one I got wrong, the purple finch. I thought it was, when actually it's a house finch. And I know there's a distinguishing difference there, but I'm not so sure what it is. This one is quite beautiful little bird, and I've seen many of these birds driving along the roadside, or you see them little flocks of them flying away from the roadside, but you don't really see them sitting still like this. And this is a snow bunting, beautiful little bird. And of course, this is something that's Stan only seems to see down in Eastern Ontario. It's the South Stormont snow gorilla that he sees out in his woods once in a while. So that's very cool. Anyways, thanks for Chris for guessing that, and everybody taking a look at it. It's fun. It's always fun to enjoy Stan's picks. And for those of us who can't always get out into the wild, and Stan, I know, snowshoes, and he obviously is not just going by the roadside. He's venturing a little deeper into the woods and gathering those pictures for us and sharing them with us. We appreciate it, Stan. And here's a song that my good friend David Ward from down Newfoundland, you might see him, he pops on the show once in a while, into the audience of the show from down in Newfoundland way. And I know it's getting pretty late in Newfoundland. It's like, what are they, an hour and a half behind us or something? So, but this is a song that he introduced me to, and it's actually based on a type of tree. It's named after a type of tree that I think is prevalent in parts of Australia. And it was an Australian hit back quite a few years ago. And I know David spent some time in Australia. And I know my friend Steve, who's watching tonight, spent some time in Australia as well. So let's try this song. It's got a really interesting little bridge in it that has an interesting chord progression. Let's see if I can make it work. Kids are driving Saturday afternoon just passed me by, and I'm just savoring familiar sights. We shared some history, this town and I can't stop that long forgotten feeling of her, and time to book a room and stay tonight. Number one is to find some friends and to say you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same. And number two is the happy hour at one or two hotels, and settle into play. Do you remember so and so? And number three is to never say her name. Flame trees will blind a weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Who needs that sentimental bullshit anyway? It takes more than just a memory to make me cry. I'm happy just to sit here at a table with old friends and see which one of us can tell the biggest lies. And there's a girl, she's fallen in love, and near where the pianola stands, with a young local factory auto worker just a holding hands. And I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay. Do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in our day? Oh, the flame trees will blind a weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Oh, the flame trees will blind a weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no place. Everything within its place just makes it harder to believe that she won't be around. Yes, as Chris pointed out, that's Flame Trees, a song by the Australian pub rock band. That's a great name. I'd like to play in a pub rock band. That sounds like fun. Cold Chisel from their 1984 album 20th Century. That probably would have been around the time that David was wandering around Australia. And I see Steve knows Cold Chisel too, as a fellow who spent some time in Australia as well. One of their best known songs, and it's reached number 26 on the Kent Music Report singles chart, which I'm not sure, that must be Australia, I guess. And it resurfaced in August 2011 due to download sales, which is kind of cool. Song can pop up quite a while later. And it was part of the Aussiest 100 of the most Australian songs of all time. And I think those flame trees, there's actually a tree that grows in Australia that's red. It's called the flame tree. And I think actually when I originally performed that song on the show, I had a backdrop that was some flame trees I found on the internet. But anyways, that was kind of fun. Thanks, David, for that suggestion. And it was one of the songs that made an impression on me during the 2025 calendar years. We're going back tonight and pulling some of the gems out of the archives of songs that we played last year and want to play again. So we thought we'd just throw them all together in one big batch on the show. And we've got that Irish fella, Robbie O'Spoon, who's got one for us now too. So take it away, Robbie.
Well, hello everybody out there in internet land. Robbie O'Spoon here, doing our favorite songs from 2025. I got one here. It's one of my favorite songs, and I know Rob's mom liked it too when I did it. She told Rob that she quite enjoyed it. It's a song, it's a Tom Jones song actually, although a lot of other people have covered it as well, including me. So I hope you like it, and sing along if you know it.
This old town looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and papa. Down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms a-reaching and smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is cracked and dry. And there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. And suddenly I wake and I look around me at the 4 gray walls that surround me. And I realize that I was only dreaming. For there's a guard and there's a sad old padre. Arm in arm we'll walk at daybreak. Again I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. That was very nice, Robbie. I sort of snuck in there and gave him a little bit of accompaniment. But a very sad song, Green, Green Grass of Home. And Chris, if you're not on Facebook, you may not notice, but in the comments, Chris, when she's here, always provides us with a nice little backstory on the song, looks up some of the information. It was actually written by Curly Putnam, and first recorded by Johnny Darrell in 1965 and made popular by Porter Wagoner in the same year, 1965. So that's an oldish song. And then recorded by a bunch of folks. Tom Jones, of course, Jerry Lee Lewis recorded it too. Bobby Bear, boy, a lot of folks recorded, as you said. Joan Baez, Elvis Presley, and a lot of folks have recorded it. And as Chris pointed out, it almost makes you cry. It is a tear-jerking song when you realize. You think it's kind of a song. It's one of those ones that gives you a little bit of a... They tilted on you. You're listening to this fella. Sounds like he's coming home to his sweetheart and his family, and it turns out he's behind bars waiting for capital punishment, I guess. So it's a very sad song when you look at it from that perspective. But other than that, it's a pretty good song. This is a song I played last year, and it's one I'd always wanted to play. I knew the song for a long time, never learned it until last year, and I'm going to try to play it again tonight. Tomorrow is Monday, where are you now? Teasing my memory, teaching me how to lay low when I don't want to. Your love is elusive, this I know now. It's making me crazy, leaving me out in the open when I don't want to. I don't know why you do what you do. The moments of pleasure never do last, gone like the suitcase full of your past, oh long gone in a hurry. Baby, I can't go through this again. I don't need to go down more than I've already been. Just like a wildfire, you're running all over town. As much as you burn me, baby, I should be ashes by now. The Second Street beggars, alone in their life, drunk on a sidewalk to hide from the night like I am, just like I am. Baby, I can't go through this again. I don't need to go down more than I've already been. Just like a wildfire, you're running all over town. As much as you burn me, baby, I should be ashes by now. Just like a wildfire, you're running all over town. As much as you burn me, baby, I should be ashes by now. I should be ashes by now. That's a song by somebody I consider one of the great songwriters of country music of the last little while anyways. Well, I'm dating myself here, of the last little while, maybe 20 years ago. But Rodney Crowell, who, if you go back and look at his song repertoire, you'll see there's a lot of great songs that have been recorded by other people. Great songwriter, also a great performer. I think he's a member of the Grand Ole Opry. But that song's called Ashes by Now, and it's a great Rodney Crowell tune. And I see one of our folks just got in from plowing snow. Stan McRae, nice to see you here, Stan. We've already enjoyed your picks, Stan, and thanks for sending them in, and great to have you drop by. And thanks, Steve, for his kind words. Fantastic. That is I do enjoy that song playing it. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that a lot. And we've got a great song coming up now. I think that's the song he's going to do. It's a Neil Young song, performed by the fellow that many folks consider the greatest Neil Young tribute artist of our generation, Neil Old. So I'm just I know we're running low on time here, and we'll send it over to Neil and see what he can do with it. So take it away, Neil. See the sky about to rain, broken clouds and rain. Locomotive pull the train, whistle blowing through my brain. Signals curling on an open plain, rolling down the track again. See the sky about to rain. Some are bound for happiness, some are bound to glory, some are bound to live with less. Who can tell your story? See the sky about to rain, broken clouds and rain. locomotive pull the train, whistle blowing through my brain, signals curling on an open plain, rolling down the track again. See the sky about to rain. I was down in Dixieland. I played a silver fiddle. I played it loud, and then the man broke it down the middle. See the sky about to rain. I see the sky about to rain. That was awesome, Neil. See the Sky About to Rain from 1974. I believe that was originally recorded. And as Steve and Chris pointed out, that Neil Young has, not Neil Old, Neil Young has donated his, or is at least making his entire music catalog available for free for anyone living in Greenland as a gesture of support to the people of Greenland. And I noticed he also took all of his music off of Amazon. He's not a big fan of Jeff Bezos and Amazon and the support that it's providing to the fascist-leaning regime that's simmering like a boiling pot to our south. And Neil is Neil. So if you're in Greenland, if you're watching the show from Greenland, you can actually access all of Neil's entire digital library. And if you're not in Greenland, you can actually go to Neil's website, and I think you can subscribe there, and it's quite an extensive catalog. If Neil has a deep catalog to start with, and on his website he has a lot of content that's not even included in most streaming services that he does still participate in. So if you're interested in Neil Young, check out Neil Young's website and his digital catalog. It's quite something. And as we know, Neil turned 80. There was a fantastic kind of tribute concert to him at Massey Hall last year. I'm not sure it was exactly on his birthday, but in the vicinity of his birthday. But anyways, thanks so much for dropping into the show tonight. We're getting up to the top of the hour, so we're going to wind it up here. Often we run over the hour. Maybe we'll try to come up just a tad shorter. Maybe we'll hit it bang on tonight. Who knows? But anyways, thanks to everybody who joined in the show tonight, whether you here for your first time or your 267th time or whatever I thought it was we've been doing this show. we've been having fun with it, and we enjoy it every night. And a big part of that is the fact that that you come here and participate with me. It's a little online community away from all the noise and the AI slop and the anger and the rage baiting and all those other things that go on the larger internet. It gives us a chance to use the internet for something positive and kind and loving. So I appreciate you spending the time here with me tonight, and I hope you'll come back next week. And we'll have an all-new show next week. And if you have any suggestions for songs you'd like to hear, we always love to hear those too. And thanks, Bob. Thanks for dropping in tonight. Bob from out in Calgary, and everyone else who's here tonight. Chris from St. Mary's, and Steve from Guelph, and Danny from the Bruce, and Stan McRae. Thank you for your pictures, Stan. We always enjoy Stan's awesome pictures every night. And my mom, who's hopefully watching from her place in Ottawa there. Mom, I hope you got into the show all okay tonight. And who else did we have? We had a lot. If I'm going to start naming people, I better make sure I name everybody here. Catherine from down in Eastern Ontario is here as well. And John and Mary from out in Manitoba. I think I mentioned Danny on the Bruce, and Bob out in Calgary. So thanks everybody who's here, and all the other folks out there who remain anonymous. Thanks for watching the show tonight. And please share it with your friends. Love to have more folks join us and participate in the show, and just spread a little love, spread a little music out there, because we certainly need a lot of both, especially the love part. And so anyways, we do an after party after the show, so I'd love to have you drop by there. If you get our email, which you can sign up for at tuesdaylive.ca, you can get the link to the after party and pop in. It's a short little Zoom call we do, and after the show, just to chat a little bit. I mean, don't really talk much about the show. We usually just talk about things and just connect, which is a very human thing to do. Everybody needs a place to go, and everybody needs a way to know they're just loved. And why do we hurt the ones we love? Why don't we lift them up instead of putting them down and just love? 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up in a layer of clay. You've gotta start washing it off someday with just love. Only be here for a very short time, to lie in the sun and sip sweet wine and just love. I'll be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up in a layer of clay. You gotta start washing it off someday with just love. Just gonna do, and if you join with me, well then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. You find it in your heart if you look deep enough. You find the only thing that we really need now, it's just love. It's hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. With just love.